from Pro Football Network, Tony Pauline. It's the Jets. And there are multiple reports now the Packers would prefer to move on from Aaron Rodgers. Now, the way his contract works, it could happen after the draft. But it has been reported by Adam Schefter, trust him, that the Packers would move him to the AFC. So there is 3 teams in the AFC that are obvious. We have now the Jets. I've always felt the Titans are big. And the Raiders with with Mahomes, Herbert, and Sean Payton and Russell Wilson, you may want to do better than Jarrett Stidham. I got to believe they're going to call. So the interesting thing is I've tried to get into Aaron's head. I thought to myself, okay, what would I think if I'm Aaron Rodgers? Now, it's hard to get into Aaron's head. We have nothing in common. I'm married. He's not. I got a bunch of kids. He doesn't. But we're both on the back 9 of our careers. How about that? So I thought about the Jets, and I thought to myself, no, there's a reason they haven't made the playoffs for 12 years. He's not going to go from a stable organization to all that wonky nonsense with a bunch of kids and a coach on the hot seat. That doesn't make any sense to me. And though he doesn't have a no-trade clause, Aaron's going to tell the Packers, you can trade me there, I'm out. I don't think the Raiders work, although I do like their offensive weapons. Aaron could go to the Raiders, have a very good year, and still finish in 3rd or 4th place. Again, like the Jets, just too wonky of an organization. Now, the Titans does feel like it's something. Aaron hasn't had a lot of great defenses. Titans have a great defense. They also have a great coach in Mike Vrabel, and Nashville's a super cool city, and when you're young and single and don't have kids, living in a cool place after living in Green Bay, is probably attractive. I mean, he does have a house out in L.A. But the one thing I come back to with Tennessee is they always feel weapons deprived. They always feel like a receiver or a tight end shy, and their offensive line is bad. So I got to tell you, the one, I'm thinking to myself, I'm Aaron. I'm single. I don't have kids. Miami. Oh, get over the Tua thing. That's an eye roll. How many times have they told us they love Tua, and an hour later there's a Deshaun Watson story, there's a Tom Brady story. If you trust Miami, that is a you problem. They have a great left tackle, unbelievable weapons, no state tax, warm weather, city for a single guy. They have unbelievable speed at wide receiver, capable running backs. I don't know. Miami kind of feels like what I would do. Single, no kids, 3-4 more years, super brilliant offensive coach from the 49ers system. Aaron's gotten beat by that 49ers system multiple times. He just got beat by, Garoppolo not long ago. An inferior quarterback to him. He's thinking, God, if I had that system, you can get it in Miami. I got the left tackle. David Bakhtiari is his best friend on the Packers, so he loves his left tackles, right? You got one. Super fast veteran wide receiver Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Mike Gesicki's a better than average tight end, good running backs. No state tax, lot to do, fun city. I know y'all love Tua. He's the nicest kid in the world. But every time you tell me everybody loves him, it's a Fitzpatrick, it's Deshaun Watson, it's a Tom Brady rumor, it's a Sean Payton. We're moving on. Sorry if I'm a little skeptical about that one. And I also think the division, the Jets don't have a quarterback. New England's got one, but he's limited, and it looks like Josh Allen and the Bills are regressing. So here is my pie chart, my first Aaron Rodgers pie chart. See a very handsome picture of Aaron there? I'm going to go with this for our radio audience. 51% Packers, 25% Dolphins, Titans O-line, 18% Titans, Jets and Raiders. It could happen. Just to protect it, I'll just say 3% each. According to the report, the Jets are the one team, though, have gone all out to get Aaron Rodgers. Was, I guess, on the internet, on social media, insinuating. Somebody asked, what neighborhood is Aaron Rodgers moving to? And Devontae Adams on social media said, mine. My guess is that Aaron is not going to retire for 2 reasons. He can make another $100 million. I know money doesn't matter to him. It matters to everybody. And the second thing is Tom Brady retired. Do you really want to share the podium in Canton with Tom Brady? You really want to be second billing to Tom Brady in Canton? Your whole career you've been second billing to Tom Brady. You want to do it in Canton? Play one more year. We watch Brady cry at the Hall of Fame speech, then Aaron Rodgers do the Hall of Fame speech the next year as the leading marquee guy. So there's that. But it's interesting when I think about the Raiders is that in a lot of decisions I've made in my life, I've made the decision based on who is in my ear. Who is telling me whether I've changed companies, I've changed agents, I've made big moves, who's in my ear. And that's important to think about. So Aaron Rodgers to the Jets gets a lot of talk, but Aaron's smart enough. That's a wobbly ownership. Got a coach that's got to win or he's fired. A bunch of young kids. It's a weird, bad O-line. But Aaron to the Raiders is West Coast. Devontae Adams and great weapons. Offensive head coach with a ring. And I do think privately, Green Bay looks at the Raiders and thinks, listen, they've already said through sources and leaks, we're sending them to the AFC. Whereas the Bills feel like they're declining. The Patriots don't have weapons. Who knows about Tua's health? You could see Aaron Rodgers if he went to the Jets winning that division. It wouldn't be crazy. New York's got good talent. But if you put him in the Mahomes division, the Sean Payton, Russell Wilson division, Herbert with a good O-line, or good OC, I think privately that's where Green Bay would love to send Aaron Rodgers to the Raiders. Now winning that division. Good luck. That is a great. You got coaching, you got star quarterbacks, and it's interesting. Let's go back to my initial point about who's in your ear. So Josh McDaniels is telling Mark Davis, the owner of the Raiders, okay, now Sean's in the division. They're going to fix Russell. Okay, now Kellen Moore with Justin Herbert and Mahomes. We got to go big here. Okay, we're not drafting a college quarterback. Josh McDaniels, by the way, was having private meetings with the owner last year. He doesn't have another year to win 6 games. So Josh McDaniels in the ear of Mark Davis. Let's get Aaron. Who else is? Devontae Adams. Doesn't want to play with Jarrett Stidham. He got frustrated with Derek Carr. Didn't want to play with a rookie. Who are the 2 people in Mark Davis, and he's been influenced before by guys like John Gruden. Who's in his ear? His coach and his star player are both saying, get Aaron Rodgers. And by the way, it is what the Raiders need to do. So much of this league is job survival because these jobs, there's 32 of them. They're the best jobs in the world. All right. In pro sports, NBA is a job you're hired to get fired. Outside of a Popovich or a Spoelstra, it's just the coach of the year gets fired 2 years later, right? Outside your Kerrs and Spoelstras. In the NFL, these are gold bars. And Josh McDaniels, Peyton and Russell, Herbert with a legit OC or a big-time OC, Mahomes and Reed. And remember, Kansas City's young in some of these spots defensively. They're just going to get better. And they've got a lot of trade draft picks. Aaron to the Raiders. You know who is lobbying hard for live in Los Angeles. It's the Herd Sweater Day. Wherever you may be, however you may be listening, iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, and FS1. We're starting with basketball today, even though we only have one football game left. Take a deep breath. This weekend, I may just hang out, chill, eat a lot, nap a lot. It's been a long football season for both of us.
Indeed. We deserve a break. 5 months of grinding away on the NFL.
Talking about sports is a lot.
So you have to watch a little college hoops this weekend. Can I get you into college basketball? Another 2-0 night for me on the hardwood last night.
Yeah, this is about the time I kind of pivot to that.
Got to get ready for March Madness, Cowherd.
Yeah. So LeBron had 26 points last night. Lakers came back. They were off.